Little Jonathan's feet, little baby Tobro's feet. First thing we're looking for is how many toes? And we got 5 and 5, so that's a good start. We got 10 toes. Now the crazy thing about baby's feet, they're pretty much all cartilage. They're not really bones at all. Bones don't start forming till much later, maybe until they're mid-teens. So right now he's got probably around 20, I think 20 something partially formed bones, and it actually increases to around 40 bones when they're in their, I'd say, late single digit age, and then they'll start to become hard and really form the full foot to have 26 bones when they're in, again, their mid-teens. So it's very normal for kids' feet to be full of padding and cushioning, super flexible. People are really worried, my kid has a flat foot, and that's actually completely normal at this age. So you can see there's not too much of an arch, but very soft. They're not walking, and that's okay. The most important part, what we want to see, is that the foot, when I hold it, is in a nice straight line, that it's not bowed or curled in, something like this. This is called something like a club foot, and that can cause some problems. So right now we can see when I put his ankle nice and straight, the foot's nice and straight, everything's nice and soft and flexible. That is a very important part. If the foot is too rigid at a baby's age, that could mean there could be some bone fusion. There's bones that are stuck together that are forming, or something's not right. The foot should be very flexible at a baby's age. You can see they react very well. They're very sensitive to touch. You can see his toes gripping the ground. And we want that foot to be nice and wide shape. We are mostly all born with this nice wide shape, and it's really shoes the majority of the time that will bind and change the way the foot works. So he's never really worn shoes yet, and we're really not going to put shoes on him for a very long time. What we want to do is socks, everything that's nice and wide, nothing that's too tight. We don't want to bind the foot. We want the foot to grow and be wide and allow it to expand. So looking, it's hard to see, I know he's moving a lot, but we got one long nail here, big toenail that I'm gonna try to trim today. What I found out, if you're ever gonna trim a baby's foot, give them some milk, let them pass out, because they wanna move around so much. It's so tricky to cut baby's nails, and they're so soft and fragile. So a lot of parents are always scared, how do I cut a baby's toenails when they're so thin and fragile? There's two ways. One is just trim a little bit of the extra length. We don't want to go too short. You can cut their skin, the nail can split, and the nail can go really short, and that's going to cause an ingrown. It's better to leave the nail slightly longer, and that way it's a safe thing to do. This nail is quite long, so we're going to